A month's salary lost by 2020. That's what the OECD says Britain stand to lose should they vote to leave the European Union. The body warns a Brexit would also lower GDP growth in the UK by 5% by 2030. The aftershock of a breakaway with the EU would also hamper growth on the continent as uncertainty over the bloc's future comes into question. The OECD Secretary-General calls arguments Britain's economy would flourish in the case of a Brexit wishful thinking.
Supporters of Brexit argue that the UK would actually achieve a more liberal trade regime outside the EU that it enjoys now. This is a delusion. The Brexit tax just gets bigger. We see no economic upside for the UK whatsoever. The only question is where on the spectrum of possible losses the outcome winds up.
The OECD joins the International Monetary Fund and G20 in cautioning against a Brexit. This month, the British Finance Ministry warned the country would be permanently poorer if it left the bloc. On a recent visit to London, US President Barack Obama also weighed into the debate, saying Britain would move to the back of the queue in trade talks with Washington in the event of a Brexit. The gloomy warning from the OECD, meanwhile, has already been dismissed as flimsy by out-campaigners. Polls so far indicate the British public is evenly split ahead of the referendum in June.